Good morning, everyone. I'd like to call the meeting of the House Gaming Oversight Committee to order. Bob, if you'd please take the attendance. Here.
Representative Carroll. Representative Cepeda-Freites. Representative Donahue. Here. Representative Doherty. Representative Friel. Representative Gallagher. Representative Giral.
Here.
Representative Guzman. Representative Harris. Representative McAndrew.
Present.
Representative Mirsky.
Here.
Representative Rusnock. Representative Scott.
Here.
Chairman Diamond.
Here.
Representative Benninghoff. Representative Fritz. Representative Hogan. Representative Kephart. Representative Mahaffey. Representative Mostello. Representative Rossi. Representative Rinkavage.
Designation.
Representative Tomlinson. Representative Warner. Representative Williams. Quorum is present, sir.
We also have 4 Democratic members by designation. Representative Carroll, Representative Cepeda-Freites, Paul Friel, Representative Paul Friel, and Keith Harris. That does, yes. The reason for today's hopefully quick meeting is that we just got a bill from the Senate that we want to move as part of the budget process, and the background check bill was requested by the FBI and the Gaming Control Board, so it made sense to move both in a timely manner. The chair calls up Bill 1655, printer's number 2009. Staff, will you read the summary of the bill?
House Bill 1655, sponsored by Chairman Harkins, makes the language regarding background checks for applicants across Title IV. The FBI access to their law enforcement database.
Any debate on the bill? Yes, Chairman Ross.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I have spoken with the Gaming Control Board about the contents of this bill. And while I would agree that this bill might be a good idea, this committee has not had any discussion on this bill or any input on this bill. We have not had a meeting, an informational meeting on this bill. And I'm afraid members are not well enough informed about this bill. So I'm going to ask members to vote no on this bill. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Chairman Diamond. Any other comments from any members? Seeing none, could we take the roll? I would ask for an affirmative vote, please.
Chairman Harkins.
Yes.
Representative Carroll.
Yes. Designation, yes.
Representative Cepeda-Freites.
Designation, yes.
Representative Donahue. Representative Doherty. Representative Friel.
Designation, yes.
Representative Gallagher. Representative Giral.
Yes.
Representative Guzman. Representative Harris.
Designation, yes.
Representative McAndrew.
Aye.
Representative Mirsky.
Yes.
Representative Rusnock. Representative Scott.
Yes.
Chairman Diamond.
No.
Representative Benninghoff. Representative Fritz. Representative Hogan. Representative Kephart. Representative Mahaffey.
Yes.
Representative Mostello. Representative Rossi. Representative Rinkavage.
No.
Representative Tomlinson. Representative Warner. Representative Williams.
Yes.
Vote is 18-8, passes.
Thank you. The bill will be reported as committed. Chair calls up Senate Bill 840, printer's number 931. Bob, will you read a summary of the bill?
Senate Bill 840, sponsored by Senator Laughlin, lowers the floor for the minimum number of slot machines required to be in operation at a Category 1 or 2 casino.
Will the committee report the bill? Is there any debate on the bill? Chairman Diamond.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I've personally talked to some people about the contents of this bill. Here's my real problem with this bill, is that I believe this bill is not really about the contents of this bill. This bill is about sending this to other people who will load it up with legislation on skills machines. Skills machines is an issue that should have been before this committee for the last 10 and a half years and hasn't been. I do not wish to support any vehicle that is going to go to people who do not understand the dynamics of skills machines in Pennsylvania. And quite frankly, I think this is a bad way to do business. It renders our committee absolutely useless. And quite frankly, it's just an affront to everything about the democratic process, about our committee process, sending this to another committee to load up with skills legislation. So I'm going to ask all members to vote no. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Chairman Diamond. Yes, Chairman Mahaffey.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My question is on this bill, and because we just received it from the Senate, is this takes and encompasses all Cat 1 and Cat 2s. Is that correct? As far as the lowering the amount of slots from 1,500 to 1,000.
Yes, that is correct.
So this is not just something for Presque Isle Downs.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Anyone else? Yes.
Thank
Kerry
you.
Benninghoff.
Being relatively new to the committee, this term served on it many years ago, and the bill coming to us pretty recently. What is the explanation for wanting to do all this? I mean, it begs to ask the question why they're now lowering what they had in the past, and is that not really require more explanation and better understanding for the committee members about what the process is and or success or lack of success in these facilities? Because obviously it's going to affect state revenue possibly.
Sure, the casinos have asked for this continually for the last 5 or 6 years that I'm aware of. This is something that we wanted to put in place to help them along the way. Thank you. It's a way for them to eliminate unused machines. Cost savings on electricity, on upnet, and they don't generate revenue on these machines. Any other further comments?
Mr. Chair.
Yes.
Is that a reflection of the changing in the industry and the online gaming that's going on otherwise, or what is the cause to reduce the number of machines other than saving electricity?
It's competition from the skill machines, and I would say a host of other variables that are involved. It's something that they came to us about. We saw that. We firsthand toured the casinos and saw this in action. They can't get parts for some of their older machines, and they become a burden to them. This is a way for us to help them out.
Well, it seems to be there probably could have had some more discussion on this. I would disagree. I don't think it's competition for skills. Skills is a different type of clientele, no different than the Pennsylvania lottery that obviously probably competes with the casinos as much, but as a committee member, it would have been helpful to discuss this at a further rate rather than just have it thrown on us today. But thank you for your explanation.
Thank you. Representative Kephart?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And I just want to express similar considerations as Chairman Diamond did. You know, I think the underlying bill may be okay. I don't have a problem helping out these guys. You know, if this doesn't, affect on that stuff they're not using them, I get it. You know, less licensing and requirements and all that sounds good to me. But I'm also concerned about the fact that this bill is going to be used to go to another committee, particularly appropriations, and is going to be jacked up with skills, whatever else, and it doesn't come to this committee as well. I mean, if I would just say it's not coincidence we have the chairman of that committee here today as well. So, I mean, it's just a, it's almost like this is purposely what this. I mean, the fact this room is filled on this particular legislation, it's been reported. I would just say that topic should come to this committee. That is why we are the gaming committee, not, we're going to make a deal in the back room on skills between the Senate and the House and the governor, and then we're going to come and take on all the VFWs and everything else in the state and not even run it through the committee of jurisdiction. I've received numerous calls from back home, including last night, from people that don't have lobbyists, don't have anything. They have restaurants, convenience stores, VFWs, Legions, Moose. They're deeply concerned about this bill, or this topic, and I think understandably so. And I'm not against casinos at all. I've been on the record publicly saying that 54% is extortion on them. And it is extortion plus $50 to $60 million for licenses. The one in State College is just 10 to 15 million, whatever it was. I mean, that's ridiculous. The only people that can get into these markets are big time wealthy individuals. And now we're going to go after the skills machines too, potentially with this bill. So that's my only concern. Is I wish this was a more open process here at the committee of jurisdiction, not taking it to the appropriations committee or wherever else after they make an agreement. So somewhere else out of the public. So anyhow, that's my only concerns with this bill, not the fact of the underlying bill. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Duly noted, and thank you, Representative Kephart. And I would also add that anyone's welcome to these meetings. Any member, any chairman, we'd like to welcome Chairman Harris here today. Thank you. Any other comment? Seeing none, could we please call the roll? I would ask for an affirmative vote.
Chairman Harkins,
Yes.
Representative Carroll,
Designation yes.
Representative Cepeda Freites,
Designation yes.
Representative Donahue, Representative Doherty, Representative Friel,
Designation yes.
Representative Gallagher, Representative Jarrell, Representative Guzman, Representative Harris,
Designation yes.
Representative McAndrew,
Aye.
Representative Mursky, Representative Rusnock, Representative Scott. Chairman Diamond. No. Representative Benninghoff. Representative Fritz. Representative Hogan. Representative Mahaffey. Representative Kephart. Representative Mostello. Representative Rossi. Representative Rinkavage. Representative Tomlinson. Representative Warner. Representative Williams. (18 yeas, 8 nays).
Thank you. With no further business before the committee, this meeting is adjourned.